This is the ABOK Ark3600 portable power station. I picked it up because I wanted a serious, quiet alternative to a gas generator for RV trips, weekend projects, and as a home backup when the power blinks. I was skeptical at first. Big numbers on a spec sheet don't always translate to real life, but I've been using it long enough to form a clear opinion of what it does well and where it needs work. The Ark3600 is big, and it feels premium. At 92 pounds, it's not something I ever want to lift solo, and in my opinion, that weight turns it from portable to rollable. The telescoping handle and the rugged wheels save the day here. Rolling it across pavement, gravel, and short grass has been easy, and that's what makes the size manageable. The casing feels tough, and the surfaces white clean. Mine has already taken a light mud splash, and it cleaned up without drama. The layout is smart. AC outlets on one side, DC and USB on the other, and the large LCD right up front. The display is bright, readable, and the runtime estimator is actually useful. It shows how long you can run with your current load, which helped me make quick decisions without opening an app or doing math in my head. One quirk I really don't love: when the unit is on and nothing is plugged in, the screen shows 0W output, but there's still some internal idle draw happening. I'll get to that in the experience section. From my experience, the 3600-watt inverter feels strong and responsive. I've run an RV air conditioner that usually pulls around 1,200 to 1,400 watts, a microwave around 1,000 watts, and kept phones charging all at the same time. The pure sine wave output kept everything stable, no flicker, no strange noises from motors, and my laptop power brick stayed cool. I also tested it at home during a planned power off. A fridge, Wi-Fi, lighting, and a coffee maker all ran comfortably without any hiccups. The UPS function worked like I hoped. With my desktop PC and modem on it, the switchover was so fast I didn't see the screen blink. The spec says less than 10 milliseconds, and in real use, I couldn't tell it switched at all. Charging is where the Ark3600 shows both its strength and its nuance. On a healthy 120-volt household circuit, I saw AC charging hover between roughly 1,100 watts and 1,500 watts, depending on the outlet and what else was on that circuit. A full charge with AC alone took me a little over 3 hours in the best case and closer to 5 hours on a busy job site circuit. That lines up with what others have reported. Solar is the standout. Key features for me include the 2,000-watt solar input through the XT90 port. With a spread of panels that can realistically push about 1,600 to 1,800 watts midday, I watched the battery climb fast. From around 15% to 90% took roughly an hour and a half on a clear summer day. Solar-only charging can be quicker than AC in the right conditions, and that's rare on stations this size. On the road, the 120-watt car charging is more of a top-off than a primary method. I used it while driving to bump the battery a few percent before arriving at camp, and that small boost made a difference overnight when I ran a 12-volt fridge through the DC port. Speaking of DC, the XT60 outlet provided clean 12-volt power for my portable fridge at around 6 amp hours. The two 12-volt barrel ports handled my router and LED strips, and the cigarette socket drove a compact air compressor without tripping. The USB-C 100-watt port ran my laptop at full tilt, and the 20-watt ports fast-charged my phone and earbuds as expected. Now about idle draw. If you power the unit on and don't plug anything in, there's still internal power usage. That's normal for big stations, but it matters. The screen showing 0 watts can give a false sense that nothing's happening. I left the Ark3600 on overnight with no load and noticed the battery percentage drop more than I wanted. Based on how much it fell, I estimate the idle draw to be in the tens of watts. That means over long stretches with tiny loads, efficiency isn't great. For continuous, super light use, turning the unit off when you don't need it or batching your usage helps conserve power. Heat management has been reasonable. Under heavy loads or fast charging, the fans ramp up. They're clearly audible, but still way quieter than any gas generator I've owned. I've run prolonged loads, around 2,000 watts, in a warm garage, and it kept pace. I personally wouldn't run this maxed out near 3,600 watts for hours in hot weather without giving it some breathing room, because high-frequency inverters run warm, and heat is the enemy of electronics. But for normal mixed use, it's behaved well. Key features that sold me are the 3840 watt-hour Life PO4 battery, the 3600 watt pure sine inverter, and the 30A RV outlet. The Life PO4 chemistry is important if you're new to this space. It's a battery type known for safety and longevity, rated for thousands of cycles. That means you can charge and discharge it a lot before it noticeably ages. The 30A RV port is clutch. I can plug the rig straight in and treat it like shore power without weird adapters. The 2000-watt solar input is the other standout. It's perfect for off-grid weekends, where I want to refill fast during the day and use power freely at night. The port selection hits all my needs. 4 standard AC outlets, the dedicated RV outlet, a 100-watt USB-C for the laptop, a few 20-watt USB-C for phones and gadgets, 2 USB-A for older cables, the DC5521 barrels XT60 for higher draw 12-volt, and the cigarette socket for car-style accessories. The app over Bluetooth has been handy. I use it to check input and output without walking over, and I tweak settings to manage charging behavior. The LCD's runtime estimate is genuinely helpful for planning. When it tells me I have, say, 4 hours at my current draw, that removes a lot of guesswork. Another strong point is expandability. In my opinion, the option to add extra packs up to 11,520 watt-hours is a big deal if you're thinking about longer trips or deeper outages. Add the wheels and handle, and this starts to feel like a practical station for people who move around but still need serious power. There are trade-offs. The weight is no joke. If stairs are involved, bring a second person. The idle draw matters if you want to run tiny loads around the clock. I wish the screen showed the true idle wattage. The expansion uses proprietary connectors, so you're tied to ABOK batteries for scaling up. And while AC charging can be fast, it depends on the circuit. On a weak or crowded circuit, it's slower than the headline number. The manual could be clearer about limits and settings. I figured out a few things by testing, not reading. In my opinion, the ARK3600 is best used like a silent, flexible generator replacement. It's perfect for RVs, job sites where cords are annoying, and home backup for critical loads. From my experience, the combination of strong inverter output, fast solar charging, and a true RV plug makes it stand out in real use, not just on a spec page. I'd recommend this for campers and RV owners who want to run air conditioning and cooking gear without waking the neighbors. Homeowners who need a reliable UPS and multi-hour backup for essentials, and makers or contractors who want clean power for tools and electronics. If your plan is to run only a tiny fridge and a light for days on end, a smaller, lower-draw system might be more efficient. But if you want headroom, speed, and quiet power on demand, this fits the bill. In conclusion, the ABOK Ark3600 hits the marks that matter to me. Big, stable power, fast and flexible charging options, a 30A RV outlet that behaves like shore power, and a battery chemistry that's built for the long haul. It's not light, and I wish the idle draw was more transparent, but it has replaced my gas generator for most use cases and made off-grid days feel normal. That's the win. I will leave all the information about the ABOK Ark3600 portable power station in the comments. I hope to see you again in the following videos.